I'm Ramsey the loud one.
I'm Jesse the short one.
Put us both into one, we are.
Lots of noise, always too fast, lots of laughs. Here's our podcast, the loud and short of it. Hi, and welcome to the loud and short of it.
I'm Ramsey the loud one.
And I'm Jesse the short one.
This week we have another From the Ground Up for you, and we're getting really fucking crazy. We're finally talking about diets.
Yes, we are.
It's a new year, it's a new you, and there's a bunch of people out there who's going to sell you a bunch of bullshit. We're the fucking only dietitians you need.
1 month ago, we came on and we said, hey, here's our resolutions. Tell us about yours. And now we're going to tell you some of them might be dumb as fuck, and we're going to make fun of you for them.
And you stink. All right, so what we're going to do essentially is just go through a bunch of diets, some fad, some lifestyle choice, and then we're going to fucking make our own diet.
Yeah, we're going to,
that's going to be
what we've done for every From the Ground Up ever, but we're going to do it beautifully.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd start with just like the one that's going to get us the most hate mail potentially.
Yeah. Just
because they're a rabid group of unfed individuals.
Yeah.
They're just hungry for blood.
Sickly, weak, and annoying. Vegans, baby.
You knew who we were talking about.
I've had a few swaps with veganism where I know some people who are vegan, and my biggest complaint about the vegan diet, it's fucking annoying to other people.
Oh, yeah.
You just can't fucking go out to eat with anybody who's vegan. They're like, okay, but we can go to these 4 places, and you also have to eat vegan food. I'm like, that's like me being Arab and be like, okay, well, we can only go to halal places.
Which some people do, but
I guess, yeah. Like,
yeah, what I could say about vegans, and this is going to be a weird start, I promise the rest of these diets will not go this way.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. If you do it right, it's probably the dummy healthy and amazing. It's also amazing for the environment.
Yeah.
And if we keep going this trajectory, we're all going to have to do it eventually, and it's going to be a nightmare. But it sucks so much.
Yeah.
It's just dog
Not
shit.
yet, I tell you.
Yeah.
Not
You'll
yet.
have to force me there.
Yeah. Maybe you show me some better projections of planet be on fire and all the cows being dead, I'll talk about it. But until then, you can keep your cashew cheese, you fucking dweebs. I'm going to keep shoving y'all in lockers. You keep calling me an animal murderer.
I have one more joke on the vegans that I just think is one of the most amazing experiences. One of my roommates, I'll leave him nameless so that he doesn't get tracked down.
Yeah.
We were at an indie festival, the Vans Warped Tour, and there they had the vegans, and they said, I'll give you $1 if you watch this video. And we were like, yeah, we'd love $1. We're not watching any music right now. So we went and watched this horrific video of pigs being slaughtered. Just disgusting and mean and cruel and terrible. And factory farms are bad. Hot take. Willing to say it. We watched this 3-minute long video. They handed each of us $1. And then my roommate looked this poor man dead in the eyes and said, I'm going to spend this on a bacon burger. And then walked away. I've never felt so confused while laughing my fucking ass off before.
Oh, man.
Okay, ready to get into diet vegans?
Yeah.
We got diet at.
Yeah, LOL.
We got vegetarians now.
I don't have much against vegetarians. They're just I've never had an issue with people being vegetarian because we can always go wherever we want to, and they're like, yeah, I'll have this without chicken or whatever. And also, like, a ton of places have vegetarian options.
It's changed so much in the past 10 years, especially in, like, a more liberal city like Austin. It's like anywhere you go, you can get the replacement meats.
Yeah, there's, like, bars we go to where it's like, we have fucking vegetarian tacos. And we're like, yeah, whatever, okay.
Also, veggie burgers, they're not the same as burgers, but sometimes I'd rather have them.
I've had that take strongly where I just, like... I like a good black bean burger. If someone's like, oh, this place has great veggie burgers, I'm like, that's fucking awesome. If someone's like, eat this veggie burger instead of the regular burger, I'm like, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. Don't have much for vegetarians. I feel like if you took the average vegetarian and the average not vegetarian, vegetarians are so much hotter.
Probably, yeah.
That's not true of vegans. You guys look sickly and you need to eat food.
But
vegetarians, always the hotter group.
Vegetarians good. They got a little edge to them. They're like vegans are like, oh, we don't touch anything. And vegetarians are like, I eat eggs. I'll have some eggs. I ain't worried about it. It's milk for me.
That's good. All good on the milk.
This next one I have
The diet vegetarian.
I have deep personal issues with these motherfuckers. Pescatarians are fucking white people who refuse to give up sushi. Fuck y'all. Dead ass. Fuck y'all. I don't want to hear shit about being vegetarian if you're eating sushi, bro.
If you heard the word pescatarian and you immediately were like, what religion is that? Pescatarians are vegetarians that don't consider fish to be meat.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Here's my problem. I wish there was a term to be like, oh, I'm vegetarian, but I just don't consider birds or fish to be meat. Like, they're just, for my consumption.
One of my favorite things about this is we have a friend who's pescatarian, and she was like newer, and we all went to Renfest together, and she said, people were just like, you're a vegetarian? Because we're all fucking idiots. We're like, oh, that's so stupid. And I knew she was a pescatarian, and I knew the difference, and I sat there with a big smile. And I looked at her, and the next day I told her, I could have defended you, but I didn't. I didn't want to defend you.
I do find this one funny, especially when it's done for like some people are vegetarian or whatever for all kinds of different reasons, but one of them is being like, but I like animals and I don't want them to get hurt. And I find it hilarious that you're like, I don't want animals to get hurt except fish, stupid fucking fish. But I fully agree because
I've been fishing with my uncles, and like they taught me how to fish because they're fucking rednecks, and we went and we did the fish, and then I saw the fish flop out of the water, and then him hit it with a hammer and it not die, and it seemed okay, and I was like, this isn't maybe like okay. I see where people are coming from with this.
Yeah,
I just feel like people treat fish like bugs, and it's weird.
Yeah, there's something to be said, and I think this is why I don't like the birds. They're just too different than us. They're on a different playing field. They're down in the water, birds are up in the air. I like the animals that are here with us. I'll defend them.
Yeah, that's fair. You can't I almost said you can't domesticate a fish, but like it's very famous.
There are fish farms.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's weird to have a fish and not be a child. So
yeah,
I'll eat a fish. I'll eat a goldfish. Fuck it.
Would you eat a live goldfish?
I really wish you would have laughed at that. I was like, that sounds weird. No, I would not eat a live gold. Yes, I would. How much money?
Now you got the laugh.
How much money's on the table?
No, it's just for the experience.
Oh yeah.
Then we're moving away from the more religious aspects of dieting, and we're gonna get into the no oil.
Yeah, I have a take on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Been doing this one for the past month. I use cooking spray, but there's arguments about whether or not that counts. I just stopped using oil. I stopped putting in stuff. Does my food taste less good? Nominally, like I'm already eating healthier stuff. Like you can have the broccoli with the olive oil on it, and it does taste good, but it's like fucking 250 calories you could save.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like practicality wise, we're solely just trying to lose weight. Like this is great. Lifestyle wise, this is a weird thing to do. Eat fucking oil.
It's fun because the diets are going to get progressively. We're going to hate them more.
Yeah.
The no oil, I think if you have health problems, I know so many people who are like, my dad had a heart attack. Now he does no oil and he is okay. Like every person I know whose dad had a heart attack. So dudes, maybe be a good idea for us. Am I going to follow that advice? No, but
I have to.
And then we're going to get into the no dairy. This is kind of the opposite of the vegetarian and the vegan, just the other half.
I got some strong opinions on this one too. Lactose intolerant people are weak. I've broken 0 bones in my 24 years on Earth, and that's because I drank an entire glass of milk every time I worked out. My dad forced me to do it when I was a child. I thought it was disgusting, and then coming into adulthood, I just chug milk whenever I can.
I'm doing in February as just a goal for myself. I'm going a month dairy free. I'm scared as fuck. It's going to be miserable. But I went and found some good recipes that I like. But, I mean, I eat so much cheese.
You eat a gross amount of cheese.
And the fact that other people can just give up cheese and live, like, an entire life without it is mesmerizing to me. It's, like, the best food, hands down.
I don't know. I never cared about cheese. I used to think cheese was gross when I was a child. Like my uncle would, like, eat, like, I remember one time my uncle put, like, a slice of cheese, like, on a hot dog. And I used to throw up all the time when I was a kid. Immediately puked. That was the most disgusting thing ever. And I just hated cheese.
Well, I also hate, like, the shitty cheese. Like, I don't like American cheese. Like,
yeah, but even then, just, I don't know.
Queso, cheese on things.
I never fucking cared for queso.
Man, that is wild.
Never gave a fuck. I'll eat it like
you
it's
weren't born
there.
in Texas. It's the New Jersey in you. It can't handle the good queso.
I wasn't born in New Jersey. I was born in Folsom, and then California, and then we went to New Jersey, and I was like, hey, I'm fucking Italian now.
Don't steal my culture.
What the fuck were we talking about?
We're going into no sugar now.
Oh.
Now, this is one that hippie parents make their children do. That's what I've learned.
Yeah. I don't know where I fall on this one, honestly. I think it's like, as a well-adjusted adult, I think this is a good thing to just do. Like,
Wait,
in my diet,
there's two ways to look at it. Are you doing like a no sugar, like no beverages and candy? Some people take this and they don't eat fruits because they're like,
no,
fruits
that's
are full of
fucking
sugar.
Insane.
They're the dumbest people in the world.
Yeah, no, that's
so
crazy.
if your diet is that you don't eat shitty processed candy, then that seems like a reasonable step.
I mean, I get like also just like being wary about like the sugars and fruits, because like sometimes you can like definitely overdo it, but it's
pretty hard to
fruit,
go
man.
too if you're eating just normal fruit without adding sugar to it or syrups or anything else. It'd be pretty hard to eat enough raw fruit to fuck yourself.
I think the no sugar thing is just where it gets into like I feel like all of these things we've talked about right now, they just break into like being a fad. Like it depends on how you use them.
Push it too far.
Yeah, and then it just becomes a fad. It's like, of course I cut out sugar. Like I don't even take sugar in my fucking coffee anymore. But it's just like there are some things where you're like, well, I don't take sugar in my fruits. I'm like, okay, get him committed.
And then our next one, the other white substance, we got the low sodium.
I don't understand how sodium works, and I tried tracking my sodium one time, and I never did it again because it's just impossible to escape.
I was going to say, I liked it, other than the fad diets we'll get into further, I like to give like all of the ones that have legitimate health benefits and be like, I'm going to try doing vegetarian or doing no oil or what have you. But I could never even try the low sodium one. One time I also tracked it, but I put in the amount of sriracha I eat. And sriracha on the little bottle gives you it in servings of teaspoons. How many teaspoons of sriracha you put?
Jesus.
And one time I did the math to find out how many teaspoons are in a tablespoon, and then I put fucking 3 tablespoons in my dinner, and then I ran the thing on that, and they were like, you put half a salt shaker on your sandwich. And I was like, fuck this. I was like, I'm never looking at this again.
Like, okay. And? Oh, no, I just, me and a good friend of mine, we'd always go to the movie theater together, and the way we ate popcorn was disgusting, because we would get, like, all the butter, and we would dump a fuckload of salt on it, to the point where all of our other friends just couldn't eat the popcorn. They had to buy their own. We would just devour it. Just thinking back of how much sodium was fucking in there.
My God.
Yeah,
but when you're a kid, I don't think diets it doesn't affect you. All your organs will be different in 10 years anyways. You'll bounce back.
You eat fucking boogers and gushers every 10 seconds. You're gonna survive. What is sodium fuck up for you?
It can you can get hypertension and it can cause heart problems.
I have anxiety. I'm always hypertense.
Oh, nice.
I don't know.
Then we got one more before we get into the fad diets. So
right.
This one definitely is along the line, depending how far you push it. And it's food replacements. So talking like shakes, protein shakes, Soylents, as we talked about on the podcast
that
before.
chalky
Sponsor me, but
that
not him.
Chalky cum-like substance. Keep it away from me.
I think the people that do this entirely as a real diet and they just don't eat food anymore and they only drink Slurpee drinks.
Yeah.
That's insane. That being said, I've seen results online of people losing a ton of weight, and other than the fact that it can have negative effects on your bowels because you don't eat solid food, it is like scientifically the most healthy you can be. You get every micronutrient you need.
Yeah.
You actually are low sodium as well.
Yeah.
No oil. You're vegan.
My biggest thing on this, and I'm going to get into this later with everything, the main thing about losing weight, and I've had to learn it multiple times. I've lost a bunch of weight before. I'm losing weight now. Bro, it's about fixing your relationship with food. And to push yourself to become a point where you're like, all you're drinking is Soylent, you are like breaking yourself. That's not going to last. One day they're going to flip back on the food. They're going to gain all the fucking weight back. Or I don't know.
If they've shrunk their stomach to 1/3 its size.
I just think it's like, to me, it doesn't make any sense. Like I feel like it'd be easier to be like, I'm gonna eat better food and be normal instead of like, I'm gonna drink the robot drink.
Yeah, some people have to go all or nothing. But that brings us into the fad diets, and it brings up into what both of us are gonna say 8 times. We've done very well at not bringing it up yet.
Yeah,
because these were more of just healthy lifestyle changes to make than a diet.
Yeah.
It's all about calories in, calories out.
Yeah.
That's what the science has told us. Until that changes, that's what you should be going with.
I think the easiest thing to tell everyone is, like, go on a calorie counter and be 100% honest with yourself. Put in your weight, put in your height, put in how much you move, and you move less than you think you do. And then just follow that calorie, and then every week your app or whatever will adjust to how much you're going to need based on how much you're losing. And it's that easy. It's not easy to be disciplined.
Oh, no. Not
but
at all.
as far as just like the basics of what you need to get it done, that is what you can do. And if you want to fill up those calories with fucking Taco Bell, you can do that.
You'll feel terrible,
Yeah.
and then you will naturally not want to do that again.
Yeah. You'll feel like shit, but like these are things you can do.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to the fad diets.
All right, perfect.
We're going to start right away with the all-organic, no-GMO diet.
You have been fallen prey to marketing. You're a bunch of stinky fucking idiots.
The term natural and organic have no legal meaning. They can put it on anything they fucking want.
Exactly. We know that because we're ad majors.
It finally paid off.
Yeah, we paid money to learn that. Fuck you.
And then on top of this one, the no GMO thing might be the angriest that I can be about people and food.
Yeah.
Bananas don't exist.
Yeah.
The idea of a banana was a tiny shitty nut that they were like, but what if we found the two biggest nuts and we bred those nuts, and then eventually we got a giant mushy yellow thing that tastes delicious. That is a genetically modified organism.
Mushy yellow nut.
A giant mushy yellow nut.
I think that every time I've heard people talk about GMOs, in my head I've just been like, man, you don't know how fucking feeding people works. Like this GMOs are good. They're good. They make more food. They make food more plentiful. They make it more nutritional. It's good. This is what fucking humanity is. You want to outsmart.
You like dogs? Do you like dogs?
Yeah.
They're a genetically modified organism.
Do you like your fucking iPhone? Do you like being sentient and conscious outside of I have to shit, I have to eat? This is what being human is, baby. It's about GMOs. It's about the big apples. It's about the big bananas. You clowns. I want to run a political campaign solely on GMOs. I feel strong right now.
Yeah, especially with ones like rice. Without genetically modifying rice to make it so that we can grow fuckloads of rice, everyone would die.
Yeah.
We'd just all be dead.
Your ideal GMO-free world is Mad Max.
Yes.
Where they're like, don't get addicted to water.
I mean, I guess the problem would solve itself when 90% of humans died across the entire world, and then we needed less food.
Yeah,
but,
like,
I mean, if that's genocide. That's what you're talking. When you say I don't like GMOs, you're saying I like genocide. So go fuck yourself.
Don't ever be okay with small apples. Wow, I don't think we're ever gonna go harder. Another one, maybe we'll get to a few.
Yeah, we got a fun one next.
Yeah, the next one is the Subway diet.
Yeah, made famous by a pedophile.
Yes.
And if there's anything to learn about the Subway diet, it's that if you eat Subway every day for 5 years, you will turn into a pedophile.
That's very true.
But you will lose a lot of weight.
You will. You get that turkey club, and then you're gonna hang out at elementary schools. Oh, gross.
Yeah. What can be said about the Subway diet that every reasonable person doesn't already know?
No one knows this. I worked at Subway twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
definitely talked about that on the air.
Yeah, whatever. Subway's not fucking healthy for you.
No.
You have to be very specific with your order, and if you get one swipe of sauce, you've fucked it. You've gone over all your calories for the day. I would just think it was funny because I'd see some and this sounds a little mean, but I don't care because I'm fat too. If see some big chunker coming in after his obvious workout, and then he'd be like, let me get a roast beef with cheese and give me all the vegetables. Can't miss any of those. And give me a couple swipes of ranch there, pal. And I would just look at him and I'd look at the sandwich and I'm like, you got it, sir. And I'd wrap up that man's week of workouts and I'd give it to him for me.
Oh man. Then you do it every day.
That being said, I love Subway.
Nope. Okay, let's get to the next one. Gluten-free.
I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
There's a reason it's under fad diets. I don't get it. If you have Crohn's disease, more power to you.
If you're one
Sorry
of the
about that.
6 people that has that disease, I'm sorry. I'm gonna judge you and I won't believe you when you tell me. I'm just be like, yeah, sure.
See, I fall on the different train where I'm just like, I feel horribly bad for you if you actually have, but everyone else like, you're gonna eat this fucking bread. You're gonna drink this goddamn beer.
Not eating bread is another one. With GMOs, at least that's a somewhat recent one to be like, oh no, I hate progress. I just hate humans evolving in any way. Being gluten-free is like punching cavemen in civilized society in the face. Without bread, we wouldn't have cities or roads or talking. Or
Wouldn't have
people.
garlic bread.
Yeah, or garlic nuts.
I wish I understood more about gluten. I just don't get it. What is gluten? What is fucking you up? What part of it makes you feel bad? There are other things I don't think that everything else in your life is so well balanced where gluten is where you have to make the cutback.
Also, I would like to state there is a fuckload of people in America who ate too much bread, as everyone does, and they were like, "Oh, my tummy hurt after I ate a loaf of French bread. I must have the Crohn's disease. No more bread for me."
Go to the doctor and be like, "Doctor, I ate 4 pizzas and now I feel funky." He's like, "You got the Kronos, buddy." Take him out back, shoot him.
That peanut allergies.
Oh God! You dare have a peanut allergy in front of me? I'm gonna make you the most lethal sandwich ever.
Peanut butter and jelly killing Americans' children. Okay, then we got low fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
it sounds good, and then you get into like the actuality of it, and it's just like you can't have no fat. You can't survive with no fat. You have to have good fats.
Yeah.
Don't eat fucking ribeyes and goddamn McDoubles all day, but like have an avocado for Christ's sake. You're gonna be okay.
Yeah, I think this one is completely faded into non-existence, and we'll get into it later why the low fat has disappeared.
Yeah,
but this was more like an early 2000s diet, and I'm glad it's gone.
Going to the next one, the carnivore diet, and I have one note on this. Joe Rogan, you're a fucking idiot. Let me tell you what. This diet is where people will only eat meat. I've only seen people do this diet for like a month max. You shouldn't be doing this fucking diet.
No.
They say, "Oh, I feel after you get over the first 2 weeks, you feel super fucking clear and you feel good." And I'm just like, dude, no. You have to work out a fuckload. And also, just like,
and even if you do, you're still not at peak health. You've just found a way to make it work.
Yeah. You're not doing well on the carnivore. It's one of those diets that's so fucking stupid. I refuse to read into it. I just saw I saw a bunch of tweets on it because Joe Rogan was like, "I lost 10 pounds on the carnivore diet," and I was like, "Dude,
this is one where I'll admit you might lose weight. It'd be
weight.
pretty hard to overeat your calories eating pure meat.
Yeah,
you'd have to do like just the fattiest cuts of steak to really get there.
Your digestive tract is fucked.
Yeah, and you're not getting any of the vitamins that you need to exist.
I don't know.
So
what's the fucking point?
Also, what you've done is you found a way to be incredibly unhealthy and not eat tasty food.
Yeah.
Also, you're gonna ruin some of the tastiest foods. Meat is delicious.
Fucking cholesterol.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
horrendous.
Jesus. Joe, come on, man. I don't like you,
but there's no way you're going to like meat as much after doing that for any amount of time.
Maybe every vegan just was on the carnivore diet for a month.
That's a crazy shift to make your body go through.
They were like, after this, I'm no longer listening to Joe Rogan, and I'm no longer eating fucking meat.
Which gets us into the next one. This is what happens when you do the no-fat, low-fat diet.
Yeah.
You make the crazy switch to keto.
Yeah. I have many takes on keto. I did keto. I think keto is a solid way to get started on a diet. My first when I first lost a bunch of weight, I did 2 months on keto, and in my head I was like, oh yeah, keto's working. And then looking back, I realized that when I did the first 2 months on keto, it was very strict. I didn't do anything else. Those kind of just helped me break my addictions that I had to like sugar and like all these breads and stuff, to a point where when I came back to those foods, I was eating them very healthy. I would have when I switched off it, I was like, all right, I need more power in my workout, so I started having oatmeal in the morning, and then I just started tracking my calories throughout the day. I was like, okay, well, this is naturally working out. If you just think that you can eat fucking bacon and butter and not track anything and it's gonna work out for you, you're out of your fucking mind. Don't do keto as your main diet, and if you're doing keto without tracking calories, you're gonna fuck yourself.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense to me.
I'd also like to point out keto, somewhat similar to the gluten-free shit. Bread is not fucking bad for you. If you eat a fuckload of it, yeah, it's very bad for you. But you should not be avoiding bread. Now, if you need to kick a habit and you go cold turkey for a little bit.
If these are just lifestyle changes you're trying to make, like, I get it, and that's fine. But there's a point where you can't defend keto and say, well, no, I'm losing weight because I'm in ketosis. You're losing weight because you're eating less food because you can't eat 2 steaks in one sitting.
Also, I definitely know some people who have gone into keto, and they're like, oh, I couldn't possibly eat that bread, but I could eat this bacon-wrapped jalapeno sandwich covered in butter and olive oil
Yeah.
and dipped in
And the
a
bread
thing
is-
of Butterfingers.
And the bread is cheese.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay. It's also
But
those
I couldn't
hard
have
things.
chips. I could drink the queso,
Yeah.
but I can't have the chips with the queso.
Can I get a spoon with this cheese dip?
Jesus
I think it's just
Christ.
one of those things where it's also you just see people. I've seen people doing it at that point, and they'll be so insistent on it. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna argue with you. I don't give a fuck if you don't lose weight. You can't actually believe this shit.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. What is it?
Oh, Whole30/Paleo,
Mm.
some caveman shit.
Yeah. Go
Yuck.
back to the cave.
Yeah, not part of me wanting to return back to man's primate phase. I
Return
fully
monkey.
agree. Yeah, return monkey. I fully agree with all this. However, it's a super fucking weird thing to do, and I just don't get it.
My take is that if you think that cavemen were healthier, A, they lived to like 25.
Yeah.
And B, you should practice their entire lifestyle then.
Go fight a dinosaur and live it.
If Amish people were like, we eat paleo diets, I'd be like, yeah, dude, power to you. But I don't want you to be like, I only eat what cavemen eat, but I also keep iPhone and stand next to microwave. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, you
No.
pick a team here, bud.
I think, and again, if you want to use this as a way to break your habits from shitty foods, then that's fine. But you gotta count your calories. I fucking hate hearing people be like, "Yeah, bro, I just got through round 2 of Whole30, and like I just couldn't do that Whole30." And I'll just be like, "You count your calories?" And they're like, "Nah." I'm like, if you count your calories, you'd probably be doing a lot better on Whole30. They're like, "Nah, it's a program. You don't get it." I'm like, shut the fuck up.
We got 2 more to get through.
All right.
We got juice cleanses. Not
Alright.
really a diet. At least this one has a time frame of being an idiot.
Yeah, I have one note. It just says dead ass. they're not helpful for you. They're
My
only
take
harmful.
with juice cleanses is I've never had anybody tell me they were doing a juice cleanse that didn't then follow it up with saying the word toxins. You don't have toxins in your body you need to
No.
get rid of in the way that you think you do, and the juice isn't getting rid of them, and you're a fucking idiot. Just shut the fuck up.
You had to pee a lot for 1 week, and then you fought the next week. You had a bunch of burgers. You get nothing out of me.
And then we got intermittent fasting, the biggest one right now. The
Uh,
keto and intermittent fasting,
yeah.
that's the fight.
Now I'm doing intermittent fasting right now. Again, it's one of
Goofball.
those things where you have to explain to people what.
Goofball.
Yeah, it's one of those things you have to explain to people where it's like intermittent fasting is not the reason you're losing weight. A restriction in your calories is the reason you're losing weight. So you could eat all day if you fucking wanted to, as long as you were as long as you're in a deficit. Me, I don't eat till like 5 p.m. mostly because I'm on ADHD medication.
The best diet.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't want to eat food. And then it hits 5 p.m. I'm like, I'm going to have some food. And then it hits 11 p.m. I'm like, yeah, I'll have some more food. And I'm just not hungry until 5 p.m. the next day because I eat before I go to bed.
My problem with intermittent fasting, which is the same problem I have with a couple of these, is that they try to like pseudoscience fake it. The whole like what is it called? You get into a different stasis if you don't eat for 8 hours.
Yeah,
and it's something, and you burn calories
Yeah.
fat. Shut the fuck up.
All of them,
They're
yeah.
all like weird tricks to be
Yeah.
like, no, calories don't work the way they do. They fucking do.
Bro,
you
I-
have to eat less of them.
everyone tries to do like you go on a calorie restriction, then you go into like hunter mode. Like back then when they were fucking hunting for buffalo, they wouldn't eat for 12 hours at a time, and they'd slaughter that buffalo effectively because they were strong from not eating, and then they would eat from fucking 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. First of all, they wouldn't. They didn't have a concept of fucking time. I don't know. Shut the fuck
They
up.
ate whenever the fuck they could. as
Yeah.
well.
You're not losing weight because
You're not
eating
gonna cheat
from
the system.
Yeah, and you could intermittent fast, and then you could blow all your fucking calories out in that time so easily.
So I got.
eat poo poo.
So that's all the diets,
Yeah,
and then we have just written down calorie counting. Got
Yeah.
nothing to tear down for that one. That's a good thing to do.
yeah.
Don't be like me and do it religiously every single second of every day for years, because that might be an even unhealthier view of food. But
Yeah, you can get obsessed. What I will say, do it for like 2 months, and then from then on, you're gonna have an understanding of what's in calories. Because a lot of people don't have that, and you need that baseline.
let me do my diet. Before
Okay,
we get
okay.
Too far. Okay. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
You go ahead and go first.
Okay, I'm going first. Before I start my beautiful diet, I'm gonna build y'all, and I hope everyone starts. I want to state the real one is just count your calories. Don't change anything in your diet for a month and just count it. And I guarantee you, if you're not if you can be disciplined enough to keep up with that every day for 30 days, at the end of that, you are going to look back and see foods and be like, holy fuck, I don't want that anymore.
Yeah, no more
I
ice
started
cream.
that, and that was the moment I didn't eat ice cream anymore because I was like, that is not tasty enough to be worth the amount of calories that it was.
So
then you find other foods where you're like, you'll find foods that you're like, that's so weird.
Yeah.
How is that 100 calories and it fills me up and is delicious?
I started eating the diet ice cream, the Halo Top or whatever, after I found out that's how bad ice cream was, and I was like, I'm never going. I just don't ever eat ice cream. I won't do it, diet or not. And then same with ranch. I found the yogurt ranch.
That's a sad one.
I found the yogurt ranch, and from then on, I won't eat fucking regular ranch unless it's at a restaurant. I don't have another option.
Yeah, and those aren't the two. You might find different ones that you're more like, this isn't worth it, and you just will. You just have to be disciplined enough to write it. But let's get into what mine is.
Okay.
So mine, it's called the inedible diet.
Okay.
So
gross.
What you do is for the first day, it's kind of an intermittent fasting system.
Okay.
You can eat as much as you want the first day of any food you want.
Okay.
Then the second day, you're only allowed to eat foods that would be described as inedible. So things like paint chips.
Okay.
Like anything you could find that's not edible. You could gnaw on some wood. You could try to eat a phone, anything, but you can't eat that day at all.
Phone snack. Okay.
Then on the second day, you can take as many calories as you ate the first day, cut that in half. That's how many calories you have. But once again, inedible food, you're allowed to eat as much of it as you want.
Okay.
Now, if you stick with this, eventually you'll be eating less and less, and you'll find good inedible foods that you think taste good, and you'll be hungry and you'll keep eating these. Now, this is where the diet really kicks in. It's called the 14-day diet.
Okay.
Because on day 14, your stomach's going to be full of shit that you can't digest, and you'll have to go to the hospital. And what will you get in the hospital? By the way, don't do this in America. Do not do this in America. You got to do this in a country with universal health care. Then you're going to go in, they're going to be like, oh, this guy's tummy, it's full of wood, paint chips, aluminum. He ate a can once, a football.
Okay.
And then they're going to have to cut it all out. And then they'll tie your stomach up. Your stomach will be a little smaller, and you're set for life.
I have a diet
for
free.
Actually.
I have a diet. It's called the bullet diet. The first day you eat one bullet, and the rest of the time you don't have to eat.
Nice.
You're good.
Well done.
I like your diet. It's effective is what I'll say.
I think it's more effective than half the fad diets.
I agree. There's not a part of that diet where I could say this could not happen. This is unable to pull that off. All right.
What would you eat?
Inedible?
Yeah. Like your first inedible meal, day 2.
I feel like I would try to take a crack at the fridge. Just
the whole fridge?
Yeah, just get I feel like I'm getting the shell before it's like when you eat the peanut with the shell. Yeah, you just it's okay, you can only have peanut shells.
I'd start with the dust on top of the fridge. I'd scoop it all into a little pile, maybe put it on a nice paint
just do
chip.
some gummies.
Yeah, rub it up there.
We don't know what that is. I like that. I'd eat some maybe if I had a girlfriend, eat some of her makeup.
It does. The colors, they look tasty.
They just think it's candy, and then eventually in your inedible brain, because it's a brain chemistry thing, it activates your hunter senses. You'll think you're eating candy.
During famines, they don't have food, and they'll eat inedible things. That's how I got the idea for this diet. And they were very skinny during famines.
Did you know what sawdust bread is? I'm being dead ass.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Oh, we'll eat sawdust bread on the pod if we reach 1,000 followers on Twitter.
Okay, give us your diet.
All right, mine is it's the most Ramsey thing there is. So everything I just talked about in this podcast, whatever, it's fucking nonsense. You ignore all that, and you're gonna experience pain and misery, and you're gonna come out a lot fucking hotter. First of all, what you're gonna do is you're gonna roll online Ramsey's bigoldSexyDiet.com. You're gonna give me your social, your address, all your fucking information, your boss's fucking phone number.
Important.
And
so you can cancel culture them.
Yeah, and then you're gonna give me 24-hour access to your house. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to readjust it perfectly, and then you're going to be set up for success. Let me give you a little Speaking of our features, there's going to be cool action movie posters all across your house.
So this diet's more of like one of the lifestyle diets.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be a complete change of who you are. You're going to be way more neat.
Okay.
And there's going to be something called a hype button where there's a big old red button, you bop it, and then fucking lights come on, sicko mode plays, and you're just, the weights come out of the wall, and you're ready to fucking work out.
I will sign up for this right now.
No more desk chair, treadmill desk. No more low energy media. If you watch anything kind of chill, you get it's over. I'm blocking that like you block your parents' fucking Fox News. All your movies are action movies from the 90s. Now let me talk about the actual diet. This is the
most he has ever written down.
Oh yeah,
on the team.
So you take all the foods you like, you know what you like, and I'll be there with a gun, and if you lie to me, I'll shoot you. And you take all the food you like, you throw them in the trash. Also, you have to live by yourself. You can't have roommates because they might eat yummy foods. And you might be tempted, and I want you to succeed.
Or you all have to do it at the same time.
Yes, I do group packages. They're honestly more expensive than if you did it by yourself. So, one of the other things, these are kind of out of order.
If you refer somebody, he charges you $10.
Getting rid of your bed frame. You're going to wake up every morning. You're going to roll straight out of bed. You're going to hit a tight 20 to start your day. You're going to feel strong. Getting your meal plan. Breakfast, ADHD medication, and water. If you don't have ADHD, I know a guy. No, I'm kidding. Lunch, 6 p.m. You can have chicken and vegetables. Din 11 p.m. Repeat of the previous meal. And if you're hankering for a sweet, honestly, just go for it. I definitely didn't use full access to your house to have a bunch of sniper teams around your fucking house to blow your goddamn finger off the second you touch the ice cream. Also, the ice cream's now a fucking IED.
High octane.
High octane. And then, you just have to work out all the time. And then to end your day, you got to have a little phone call with me. And it's going to be a group call of me, you, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and we're going to be really supportive of you, and we're going to track your progress. And we're super proud of you because we love you, Sugar Bear. But it's going to cost you so much fucking money. like double
time and your mental sanity.
Double-digit percentages of your net worth. It's going to be a nightmare for you. But that's the Ramsey diet. 100% effective. Only one person has been on it. That's me.
I was the sniper. I got paid. It was me with a laser pointer.
Yeah, he blew my fucking finger off. Oh, that was fun.
I thoroughly hope that you do neither of our diets.
Oh, yeah, you will die so badly.
Track those calories.
Yeah, track your calories, but don't put grenades in your ice cream.
And if we made fun of your diet, depending on which one, I'm either sorry or not sorry at all.
Yeah, I'm not sorry for anything I said. I think if you're
I take none of it back.
If you're a pescatarian and you're mad at me, just have some sushi. It'll chill you right out. Well, those are our takes. That is our tearing down and building up of diets. This is one of the first episodes where we fully just teared down diets.
Mm-hmm.
And we teared down the subject and we built them up
in
the second half.
The first time we built a castle after destroying a castle.
One of the few times we followed the narrative. Now, Jesse, what do we have next week?
Next week, we have a variety hour.
Oh, thank God. Love doing a news show in this climate.
I'm sure nothing will happen in the next 7 days.
All right. Thank you for listening.
Thanks.